it up. I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet. Tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet. Tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
We are here. Another edition of Ebony Sports Reporters. This is the St. Patty's Day edition of Ebony Sports Reporters, brought to you by Coach Bernard Brown, who believes in celebrating St. Patty's Day. Yeah. He said, kiss him because he's Irish. He told all the ladies out there, he said, kiss him because he is Irish. I'm just saying, that's Coach Bernard Brown.
You know what? Hey, I ain't even gonna say that, man. You know what?
Ain't nothing wrong with a kiss.
Coach, don't even pay no attention. Don't even pay no attention.
We got Coach Julius Hall in the house. Coach Julius Hall. And then we also got Coach Sean Williams in the house from Coastal Outreach Soccer out of the Glenn County area. Coach Sean Williams, glad to have you here. And it is some special things happening the day after St. Patty's Day on March 18th. And that's why we got you on here, Coach Williams. What is happening, Coach Sean? What is going on?
Hey, well, we're doing what we have always done, man, and just with our youth and getting them set up for, you know, what is their life after high school. So we're having college signing day, you know, on the 18th, and we are here to celebrate our that great accomplishment. Our young folks' hard work, man, and just being able to recognize them and recognize their families for their commitment.
All right. And who are some of the athletes who will be signing on that day?
Well, we have 2 athletes that'll be signing. One is Fernando Perez and Amira Muhammad. So this is Amira will be our 7th student that will be attending the HBCU to play collegiate soccer. So we definitely are always about trying to push our young folks to get on the campus of HBCUs, and we definitely support, you know, just all of the sports endeavors there. So we're excited about this. It's been, like I say, these 2 young athletes have been dedicated, you know, to coming out and really honing their game, and had several options, you know, and so they found the best fit for them. You know, we have some coaches that are also quite disappointed that these 2 young ladies will not be suiting up for them. But, you know, we're excited to have, you know, Amira at Albany State University and then Fernando over at Wesleyan College.
That's right. That's again, Albany State and Wesleyan. Wesleyan is a part of the MU, the Mercer University family. That's right. So again, we represent him. So glad for that. And I think at least Coach Otis Muhammad said that you got 2 others that may be playing locally with regards to soccer also.
Yeah. So we're going to have 2 students, 2 that will be staying here locally and being able to continue to participate and continue to hone their games. But, you know, again, it's always about finding that right fit for our young people, right. You know, and so that's what we've always told them. You know, it's up to you. You got to find the right fit for you, you know, in order to get that degree, because that's what our main goal is, right? At the end of the day, this is an avenue to be able to help you continue to further your education and be able to pursue what you have a passion for and earn that degree before you can take the next step in their lives.
And the event is happening is going to be from 1:30 to 3 o'clock, and where it's going to be held down in Brunswick, because Ebony Sports Reporters, we're going to try to be down there. There's a whole bunch going on. We're going to tell y'all, the rest of y'all, we're going to say share. All this right here. We got a lot happening on Saturday, and so where's going to be happening at? But Ebony Sports Reporters is going to try to be there too, and we're going to be at the other event at 3 o'clock too. So yes.
So we're going.
audience be there and the members of the audience?
Yes. So, hey, come join us at 1116 Lanier Boulevard. That's Howard Coffin Park. The Big Play Center of Excellence will be where everything will be going down.
All right. And so again, from 11:30 to 3 o'clock, and so 1:30 to 3 o'clock. And so that 1:30 to 3 o'clock. And so again, say that anyone out there in the coastal areas of Georgia, anybody in South Central Georgia, go join them, check them out. If you want to come from North Georgia, come and check them out. So again, this is the work they're doing. We've had them on the show before. Y'all have heard the work that they've been doing. And so got people going to college. And so Coach Julius Hall, Coach Bernard Brown, anything y'all throw out to Coach Sean that has nothing to do with the Super Bowl, Coach Julius Hall.
Well, I know Coach Sean, he ain't been back since I told him who was going to win the Super Bowl, but it's okay. It's okay. I gave you my predictions. I told you who was going to do it. You know, I'm just that good, but I'm not going to bring that up tonight. I'm not going to bring that up.
Yeah, man. You can't cut me tonight. I'll tell you that, man. It was a good game, and we're going to take it as that. And hey, you know, Patty, he's the man.
You know, I think that soccer needs a little bit of what me and Bernard bring to it. It needs flair, it needs new uniforms and everything, and then everybody will be going out to the soccer games. So, you know, we'll see.
Ooh. Hey. Only thing I can say, you got to come watch us, man. We bring that creativity. We bring that fire. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We on a different level.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, but I know how you feel, Coach. When it's come for signing day, like I said, I coached in high school, and it's nothing. If y'all don't know Julius and Jesus, man, it's nothing like signing day with the young kids. They have their parents. It's a beautiful thing. And these kids, they work hard. Trust me. And for you to get a scholarship in college or anyway, believe me, it's a job. You know, these colleges ain't gonna just give you a scholarship just because your mama or your daddy or whatever look handsome or whatever. Nah, you gotta work hard. And congratulations to these girls. I know they're gonna do a very good job. And I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of any black kid that get a scholarship for any college. That means they earned it. Trust me. Because one thing about the college people, they're not picking you to sit on the bench or whatever. They picking us whose spot you gonna take. You know.
Yes.
And that's money. And people need to realize this too. A scholarship is a 1-year thing. It's not no 4 years. I don't know where they get that from.
Yes.
About 4 years.
Yes.
Now, it's 1 year and done. And if they want you to come back the following year, you'll get one. Other than that, you got to work hard for it.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to definitely clear that up.
All right. Yes. So, Coach Sean, any other words you want? You can stay with us. Any other words you want to give? Excuse me. How can people get in touch with you on Coastal Outreach Soccer? How can people get in touch with you? What's the contact information?
So, contact information, you can, telephone number is 912-266-1491. And that's my number, Coach Sean Williams. Email address is cos-admin@hotmail.com. And you can always find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So you can send us an instant message there. And we'll be happy to be able to, give you some more information about us. We're about developing, and we're going to continue to grow this game, not only here in Brunswick. We've looked to regionally how we're going to be able to do some things, and you're going to continue to hear from us. We got some things in the works that I think will be exciting for our region that'll be coming down as well.
All right. Yes, indeed. And we're glad to have you with us. And again, Coastal Outreach Soccer, that's in the Glenn County area. Again, get in touch with them. And they do play a dynamic game of soccer. And again, it's ingenious. They bring it to the flavor. I mean, they bring the flavor. They bring it to the table. They put it out there. So again, doing great work. And they do coastal outreach. Again, it's not just regards to athletics. It's also about education. So again, they have scholar athletes. And so that's what's going on. So Coach Sean, you can stay on with us, or if you got to go, we understand. It's all good. But you know, if you stay on, you know how we roll with Ebony Sports Reporters. That is Coach Julius Hall and Coach Bernard Brown. You know, you can stay on, you know, because we got some topics we're going to throw out there. So again, you know, we're not telling you got to go. I'm just looking out for you. But we just let you know. We just let you know. So we're going to throw this out there because something else is happening too. As we share with you all, we said everyone share. Sister Monica, glad to have you checking out Ebony Sports Reporters. So to everyone share. But there's some other activities going on March 18th that we say, again, 1:30 to 3 o'clock, Brunswick, Georgia, bam, Howard Coffin Park. But then also at Alpha Eli Beach High School at 3 p.m. in Savannah, Georgia, the Savannah Hurricanes, who are 15-1. Basketball, semi-pro basketball team. This is going to be their last home game, and they in the playoff. They're in the playoff, 15-1, owned by Lindsay Streeter, who came on the show last week. And so now, and we also have tickets to give away. If you're interested in tickets, contact Coach Julius Hall. Email, put it in the chat, let them know you want tickets, and they'll make the arrangements for you to get their tickets. Again, the tickets for anyone to come and share with regard to this wonderful team that we got right here. And that's on Saturday. The game is at 3 p.m. at Alpha Eli Beach High School in their gym. And so we want everyone to come out on March 18th. That's why if you're in Savannah, guess what? You done did your St. Patty's Day because you say you done kiss Bernard Brown because he's Irish. And so now you're going to be right there checking the ball out. And it's going to be a live Ebony Sports Reporters right there. Ebony Sports Reporters will be live. That's right. Oh, Lordy. That's right. Bernard Brown is Irish. So now begin. Savannah Hurricanes. That's what we got going on.
I'm going to put it back up there 1 second. Yo, so everybody can see it. It's at Beach. This is Savannah's semi-pro team, semi-professional basketball team. They play at Beach. Y'all come out Saturday. We got tickets. I got about 40 of them right here in case y'all want to come out. I got 40 tickets right here. Just call me. You can get a free ticket. Come to the game. Y'all can meet Bernard. No, Bernard going to be in Atlanta. We're going to meet me and Jamal because we'll probably be videoing the game or either going live, and then Robert, Brian also will be there.
We're supposed to be doing a special Ebony Sports Report. I ain't supposed to be taping nothing, like videotaping nothing. Y'all should be taping us. What's going on with this right now? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. They trying to switch up.
The camera stuff still up. It's going to be live Saturday. It's going to be live Saturday. A special Ebony Sports Reporters.
They trying to switch up my contract right now. And I ain't talking about my contract in a long time, but they trying to switch my contract. Like I'm supposed to be laboring right now. I'm supposed to be videotaping and stuff like that. I know Bernard Brown got you doing that. I know Bernard Brown told you, say, Jew, have him go ahead, have him tape this shit, have him tape the game. So I know that's what the deal is. Have him do a live from it right there. While y'all all doing the show, then I'm gonna be walking around. I gotta do everything. I gotta do the labor. They won't even get me no popcorn.
Man,
okay, Monica.
This guy handful.
Oh, Monica said she wanted to come, but she gonna be traveling.
But yes. So, but we also had some signing here right here. Jaden Jones from Johnson High School. Jaden Jones from Johnson High School signed with Savannah State to play football. Jaden Jones. Some of y'all know his mama, Kay Renee, who graduated from Savannah High School. So Jaden, local talent, going to Savannah State. So he signed with Savannah State from Johnson High School. Another Johnson High person who is now playing for Savannah State. He's a senior playing for Savannah State, and he will be in the HBCU Classic, basketball classic. He is an all-star. He's in the HBC All-Star game that will be April 1st, and that's Alec Bowles from Savannah State University from Johnson High School. And Alec will now be in the HBCU All-Star basketball game, showcasing their talents on April 1st. And so that's going to be on CBS, and we say the folks, bam, and so at 1 o'clock. So again, we got these signees that are happening right here, tied to us, and it so happened that they come from Johnson High School. But then we're going to go and throw this on out here right now. We know that Coach Julius Hall is a little depressed. He's a little depressed. And so because Zeke Elliott got cut by the Dallas Cowboys. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown? What's your thoughts on that? Zeke Elliott got cut.
Man, I would have cut him 2 years ago. I would have cut him 2 years ago, man. Hey, this brother just, man, free that money up and get some cornerbacks, and beef that offensive line back up. And Zeke, it was time for him to go. Man, I'm telling you about Jerry Jones. It ain't about Jerry like to say, what have you done for me lately? He ain't did nothing for him lately. And then they're gonna take that money to find Tony Pollard. That's their running back right there for the future. That boy don't be tipping. He be hitting that hole and go. Elliott been tipping ever since he deal with Becky. And so Becky, you can have Elliott now. And Jules, y'all know what I mean by Becky. So he going on to Becky. It was time for him to go. To be honest, it was time for him to go. He wasn't producing. It was time for him to go.
All right.
And next year, Dak going. Next year, if Dak don't play this year, Dak Buck is going too. And then Lamar Jackson will be the Dallas Cowboy quarterback in 2025.
Okay.
Wow.
You've heard it here on Ebony Sports Reporters from Coach Bernard Brown. Coach Sean, what's your thoughts with regards to Zeke being cut?
I agree, man. It was time for him to go. He's right. He's been a bust since he signed that contract, that big deal. He hadn't produced since then. Mm-hmm. He came into the league and it was all about Zeke, right? Carrying 25 carries a game. Mm-hmm. Since he signed that contract, no.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm a tip around. Hey, hey, here's my hammy. That's gone. But so every time you turn around, he was injured. So hey, you just caring. 53-man roster. You don't need a man that cannot produce.
Yeah.
All right. Coach Julius Hall, Zeke got zapped. What's your thoughts on that?
I predicted Zeke was going to go anyway. When they said that Zeke was trying to take a pay cut to sign other people, he knew that Tony Pollard is hitting that line. Tony got hurt. Pollard got hurt now, but he should be back for the season start. But this guy runs the ball. Zeke was tipping for trying to get some longevity in the NFL or something. But Zeke need to go. He's a buzz. He don't run with any heart. He don't run like he ran at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to be in the NFL for? Nah, he should go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But somebody gonna sign him though.
Some crazy team will.
Miami Dolphin.
Oh.
Miami Dolphin. Watch. They're gonna sign a Miami Dolphin because Miami Dolphin need a running back to help Tua. To take the pressure off of him. He'll wind up in Miami. Watch and see.
Okay.
Well, the block.
Hey,
Hello,
it's South
Rufus
Beach.
Bright.
It's South Beach.
That's all they can use him for is the block. He could be a blocking back.
What? Go ahead, Jesus. Sometimes you need a change. To be honest, on a serious note, sometimes you need a change. I think now the boy, can play football. It's just it's time for him to move on, and maybe a different place can establish your career back again. I've seen a lot of people did that in the NFL. So it's time for him to man, they released me. Man, now my family gonna eat Philly me yawn and Philly faint. They gonna eat peanut butter and jelly if I don't get back out on that road there. Y'all know what time it is.
Okay. All right. So now we're still going to stick with the Dallas Cowboys, but this is as Cowboy legend and Cowboy star, and that is Michael Irvin. Michael has gone forward with regards to his civil action. He's gone forward with regards to it. So, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to that?
Well, if he didn't do anything wrong, he needs to go forward with his civil action because you just can't have people coming out of the blue talking about and doing things and you didn't do it. That's not right. You are putting a person's livelihood, putting their whole life and their job, everything on the line by making accusations that you can't prove. And these jobs need to stop trying to fire people and putting people on suspension, until it's proven. If that lady can't prove what happened, she shouldn't even be given a day. Because if he did something to her that she didn't like, and she, instead of filing a charge or making an accusation, what she should have did was put a recorder on your phone. All these phones got recorders on. She could have downloaded the app, then go and get him saying something inappropriate to her. But she didn't do that. It's all about money. She might have been a plant.
And Coach Sean Williams, some have gone and said that the manager played a role in this also, that the manager had an issue with regard to this too. So what's your thoughts with regard to this whole scenario involving Mike?
Well, I mean, I'm with that. If if you have proof, then you go forward with your charges. But he has a right to defend himself, and he has the right to have his day in court, as well. And so, until that proof comes out, and until these accusations are proven to be found that they are accurate, I think he has to do that, right? Again, when you're talking about when you're making your money, and this is how you feeding your family, and someone is putting that in jeopardy, you have every right to have your day, and we're in a society where sometimes we are so quick to jump to judgment without having all of the facts before us. And we are condemning, suspending, you're affecting this young man's livelihood. So I think, we need to sometimes take a step back and let this thing go forward. And before we start to say, rush to judgment, give this young man an opportunity to speak, give this young man an opportunity to present his case.
All right. Yes. And Coach Bernard Brown, Mike is going to say that this is like back in the day, going back in time, where somebody could accuse a black man of doing something, and then what happened? A group of people then take it upon themselves to not come and lynch them. So he was throwing some stuff out there. Some people say they thought that was kind of strong that he said that. So what's your thoughts with regard to this whole situation?
Nah, it's the truth. And one thing about Ebony Sports Reporter, we do our research. So this was going on. What happened with Michael Irvin, exactly what he said, what happened to him. When a white woman accuses you of something, you're going to get, you guilty until proven innocent. This what happened. This young lady, the manager, had an issue with this young lady because Michael Irvin, she took a selfie with him. And the manager, I don't know what the manager and this white woman got going on, but what happened was she took the selfie and then all of a sudden her and Michael Irvin was in the corner and they was talking. When you see the film, they was talking for about 45 minutes. So if somebody is sexual or harassing you for 45 minutes, come on now. Obviously y'all talking about something because it don't have no, you can't hear anything. And so what happened was the white guy got mad. And if you see it, the white guy got mad and somehow she went ahead and did what she did. But I'm telling you right now, the mayor need to go ahead and write that $100 million check to Michael Irvin because at the end of the time, he innocent. Trust me. You go by how you know how Irvin is. You know how he was. You have history of that. But in this case, y'all, he's totally innocent. Ain't no sense in emails going. They in court now. But write that check to Michael Irvin so he got $100 million in his checking account already coming. The white guy got upset, and you know how little white guys is. They don't, and I'm gonna just keep it real. They don't. It's okay for a black girl to say, "Oh, the black guy raped me," and they'll say, "Oh, well, she lied." But when Becky say he raped her, you go into the house, lock him up. He already in prison, already until proven innocent. That's how it is. Sad, but it's true. So my thing is to all these young fellas, watch who you hang out with. Michael Irvin, all y'all, because just because you ain't playing no more, they still out to get you. The system is not for us, it's against us.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
All right. And
well, thank you, Julius.
You know, because if she sat there for 45 minutes talking to him, there's no such thing as sexual harassment if you stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even know him. You stayed there. So he could have told you anything he wanted to tell you because you stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no sexual harassment if you stayed there when you got the freedom to walk away.
Yeah.
You know, and if she, like I said, she could have came back and take them if she wanted to. I think it's a setup. I think it's they overreacted, and Mike Irvin should get his day in court. And be vilified.
You're right. The manager and the little girl, they go together. And he didn't like that black man talking to her. He didn't like the reaction that she gave Michael Irvin. She was starstruck. And that's what happened. And so he was the man who said, you either do this or you get fired. Case closed. So write that man his $100 million check, Marriott.
All right. And so we're going to pay homage to pay some honor to some people. And one of them is Asia Wilson with the Las Vegas Aces. So again, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on the guards of Asia Wilson with the Las Vegas Aces?
Girl bad.
She's the former Gamecock at that. University of South Carolina Gamecock. Asia Wilson.
Yeah. And she the only one in South Carolina history got a statue outside South Carolina. You know, this girl bad. She represent, and let me give y'all a little black history on what happened. Her grandmama raised up in South Carolina. Her grandmama wasn't allowed to go to visit South Carolina. Now with Asia Wilson, her grandmama can go to every game in South Carolina history. You say I changed? You say I think changed? They treat us bad, but at the end of the day, we wind up good. So she a flat out. She represent the WNBA and basketball, a classy lady, and can play ball.
All right, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to Asia Wilson, Las Vegas Aces?
I only have one thought. You know, the court is open. If Asia want to play me, I'd like for her to, you know, let's see if we can get a game, and then, you know, to see who the best, me or her. You know, I think my jump shot is still good. Y'all seen the form just now? Y'all saw it? You saw it, Jamal?
Yes, sir. I saw it.
Yeah.
You drop your wrist.
Well,
he was doing it for the camera purpose.
I like this to challenge her to a contest with me and her, and she's a bad girl. She has been just outstanding in college, and her story is a great one. So we're gonna be rooting on.
All right, and so Coach Sean, you know that's one of the topics we got. We're talking about Asia Wilson. You familiar with Asia Wilson with Las Vegas Aces?
Yes, I mean I followed Asia since she was at South Carolina, and so I mean the talent that she had there and what she did to really help Don build that program at South Carolina. You know, she gave her that rock to build a program around, and you know, and just to see what the effect that she's had. Their games are sold out. That's because of Asia Wilson. You know, I mean, and that's a product of that. Don doesn't get 4 years ago the #1 recruiting class without Asia, right? So I think so. You look at what she's done over this period of time and what she's done professionally. You know, I mean, hey, she's a bad girl. I mean, talented. You know, and like you said, Bernard, she represents the WNBA well. You know, and so there's someone that they can really market the WNBA around, how she carries herself. She's constantly giving back. She's constantly going back to South Carolina to do what she can to help Don continue to build a dynamic program. So everything about Asia, man, I'm in on that.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, indeed. So now we move on to someone else. I said someone else who got some issues going on. We are now moving on to Coach Julius Hall and the Golden State Warriors and their woes. Coach Sean Williams, what's your thoughts on the Golden State Warriors and their woes on the road? They got woes on the road. Road woes, not road warriors, road woes.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has that run. And that run has to come to an end at some point, and so that's where we at. I mean, you looked at Self and the injuries that he's had throughout the season, in and out of the lineup. So they're right now just being inconsistent, on that fact. And, we're about to the end of that run, So I think, hey, Julius, it comes to an end. I'm sorry. It comes to an end. And we're seeing that now.
So, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regards to the road issues that the Warriors are having, or the appearance of the issues that they're having?
Man, Coach, boy, you said a lot just then.
Too much.
Hey, let me tell you this. Man, I ain't worried about Golden State. Golden State gonna be all right. Trust me. At the end of the day, Golden State gonna win it again. You got to realize, y'all, it's an 82-game season. Okay, it's 82. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, stepped up. I guarantee you, when there's 25 or 20 games left in the NBA, that's when they stop rotating their rotation. They limit players for playing, and they get ready for the playoff. And Steve Kerr and Steph and all these boys done been through that. I don't see nobody beating them in the West when they're healthy and playing. I don't care if Kevin Durant went to Phoenix. The only way he went to Phoenix to make the sun shine again, and that's it. Golden State will win it again. Because I don't see nobody in the East beating them. Golden State a bad boy, and Steph, yeah, he hurt, but man, Steph a bad boy. Steph a bad. In this generation right now, I put Steph and LeBron James in the same conversation. Steph changed the game, and LeBron James made the game for what it is right now. That's my opinion.
All right. See, you ain't got to say that this time. It's not one of them statements that I got to say. The opinion, Coach Bernard Brown. See, when I go and say that, you be all mad with me. But see, that one time you saying something that people can respect and go along with, now he got to throw it on that thing. He got to say, it's my opinion. Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay.
Because I was basically saying that for you. You know what I'm saying? Get it right, Drew.
Coach Julius Hall, go ahead.
That's why Bernard Brown should be coaching at either his alma mater at Tompkins High School, or next year, the year after, getting ready to coach, or he should be on the team for the Savannah Hurricanes. Listen, Screeder, this is a smart coach right there. He knows basketball. If he don't know damn nothing else, he knows basketball. Backwards. So I say that if they make the playoffs, everybody in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in trouble. Don't worry about what they lost on the road. They can lose every one of them on the road and still make the playoffs in this league, probably. So if they make the playoffs, Jamal, which we know there certainly is a 85-90% chance, everybody in trouble. The champ was never in trouble.
Hey, and you're right. And if y'all look at it, they had one of the worst road record last year, and who won the championship? Case closed.
All
right.
Ebony Sports Reporters, and see again. That's why I want everyone. We say share, share. Because we're gonna go to a commercial break. We'll be coming back. But I'd say this, y'all. People know I'm a fan of the Warriors, but see how I did a topic with regard to that. See, that goes to show you how unbiased I am. Now, I'm not prejudicial like Coach Bernard Brown and Coach Julius Hall. They're quite prejudicial. And, well, Coach Al, he is prejudicial also. Coach Camp, Logan, he's prejudicial also. Coach Isaac, he's prejudicial also. So, again, your host is not prejudicial. We'll go to a commercial. Bernard Brown. We'll be right back.
This boy here.
You muted.
You mute. Yeah, that hey. He needs to be.
Okay, you off.
That what happened. They muted me. Oh boy.
Oh, we muted you.
Oh, so Bernard Brown muted me. So Bernard Brown muted.
Other gods. The app.
God did that. God did that.
Oh God. Okay.
Hey, Drew. Boy, what 25 make a difference? 25, we was cussing each other out. Now we loving each other. America, that's what we do, America.
But he muted me. But what I was gonna say is that, and we're gonna be having commercials for Harper Products, because again, y'all saw Harper on the show. Again, got aftershave creams, all that, got colognes, all that. Again, a black inventor, black scientist is right here. And so we're going to be seeing his commercials right here and his colognes and all that. So now, Coach Julius Hall, we come to you on this right here first. Coach Julius Hall, who has the toughest region in March Madness? What's the toughest region in March Madness? Men, women. What's the toughest region in your thoughts?
Well, the toughest region is in men's is any region that Alabama and Houston are in. Those are tough regions. And in the women's, any region that South Carolina and LSU is in is the toughest region. I'm going to give a suggestion real quick to Darren Harper. I got that. He got cologne and everything. I want me a bottle. You want a bottle? Bernard want a bottle? All of us want a bottle. We're going to blow him up. And I should also just get a celebrity pitch person. Product a little better. So how about just letting you know that I didn't mute you. I don't know, the app is muting you. It's got to be the gods.
Yeah.
This is insane. This is insane. This is
if Troy, so he get Troy Mullins to pitch his cologne, all us buying.
Yeah.
Even Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods might get him a girlfriend with some color.
That's it. Hey, but one thing us black men, we love cologne, watch, shoes, and socks. We're gonna pay for those, you know. But Jesus, I think God is muting you. because you have to go through Jesus to get through God, and you didn't do that.
Cousin Jamal, can you hear my background conversation?
No, I can't hear your background conversation.
Good. Cause I was on the Zoom meeting. What's up, cousin?
What's going on, cousin? Is that Julius? That's right. Because
I want to commend you on the excellent radio show, man.
Thank you. And guess what? We on the other show, Ebony Sports Reporters, right now. And so Coach Julius Hall, as I had said, I'm supposed to get the cologne and stuff. Now Coach Julius Hall now is saying that we're gonna have your advertisement on our commercials, but then also, and also, he's not saying Coach Bernard Brown gotta get cologne. He gotta get cologne. Coach Al gotta get cologne. Coach Sean Williams gotta get cologne.
Yeah, so we got varieties.
But they don't need none.
They don't need them.
They don't need. So that's why I want to call, because he gonna hit you up. So I just want to let you know. Don't answer his phone call. Don't answer his phone call.
Well, what's his number?
It's in the text, but I'll text it to you again. Yeah. Okay.
So I can answer.
That's right. That's right.
Pay attention. Pay attention to the show. We could give him a shout out. Coach Sean got the vote.
Now he's trying to bribe me. He said, "We about to give you a show, but I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you back up. I'm gonna hit you back up in a few. All right. All right. Love you, peace.
Hey, Coach Sean got to go, Jamal.
But yeah, I was just throwing it out there because again, you are not trying to usurp stuff right there. I try to get stuff for me, but now everybody gonna get stuff. So, but again, Coach Sean, who got the toughest region?
I think on the women's side, anybody that has South Carolina, because I mean they're going to win it, and so if you're trying to go through that, I mean it's a done deal. You might as well don't show up. I mean they've been beating everybody about 10 to 15 points all season, so that is a done deal. You might as well go ahead and give Don the trophy. I think on the men's side again, Alabama, they're gonna be great. So I think anybody that got to travel those roads, SEC is represented themselves well this basketball season on the men's and the women's side.
So, Coach Bernard Brown, you attended Fort Valley State University. South Carolina has the game with Norfolk State. Should not HBCU alums be wanting to see a Cinderella story with Norfolk State beating South Carolina? I know it's going to grapple with people with regard to Dawn and stuff like that, but should not the HBCU win? So what's your thoughts on that? Who got the toughest region?
Only thing they're going to upset is they're going to have to pay the bill when South Carolina beat them and just pay the restaurant bill. That's the only thing going to be upset at the end of the day. But to be honest, LSU, for them to get out their region, you know who in their region? Tennessee. And Tennessee beat them. Tennessee number 4. So for LSU to get out there, they got to beat Tennessee. And ain't nobody going to beat South Carolina. At the end of the day, South Carolina got that. But with the men's, I think Baylor probably gonna win the national championship.
Okay.
Baylor because Baylor don't really have a tough bracket. I think the only person in the bracket may be somebody, but Alabama probably gonna get upset probably in the third round because they got too much going on in Alabama right now. Far as the legal issue with those boys and the killing and all that, but Baylor gonna win it because they ain't nothing down there in Texas. Baylor play basketball and eat cornbread down there. Trust me.
Jamal, Coach Sean has to sign off. That's what I was telling you.
Oh yeah. I mean that's why Coach Sean know he can go at any time. So that's why we know.
Hey, man. We want to take care of you, man. I appreciate y'all having me tonight, man.
Oh yeah.
Again, anytime, let us know when you need us.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Muhammad with you next time.
Run, flee.
But
All
again,
right, Coach. Good
1:30 to 3 p.m. Howard Coffin Park, Coastal Outreach signing day. And so, Coach Bernard Brown, we had the topics. We were going to get to the Final Four, but you just want to go ahead and throw stuff on out there already. But now we just going to come to this right here. So, who's a Cinderella that you see out there? And how far you think they'll go? A Cinderella. What Cinderella team did you see out there, and how far you think they will go?
Hey, Jewish.
Okay,
Jewish. The guess is gone now. So let's act up now. The guess is gone. We were just being nice. Hey, let's go ahead and do what we do. We just being nice because the guest and Jamal went all that and put his cousin on cologne and do all this and do all that. Man, hey, it's time to act up, Jew. Pick up the phone and call somebody.
Was Jamal asking me a question?
Yes,
What was the question?
Who is the Cinderella and how far you think they will go?
I would think that they thought that Oral Roberts was going to beat Duke, but Duke is up 16, 17 points with 6 minutes left. I would think that somebody like Texas A&M, Baylor might sneak in the back door, but Virginia done got knocked out. Somebody else lost today. Who was that lost today? Somebody else got upset. So things will probably get annihilated the next round. Ain't no Cinderella this year. Y'all waiting on Holy Cross and all the rest of them. Ain't none. You got two stronger teams in Alabama. You got two stronger teams in Houston. You got two stronger teams in Auburn strong. If you catch them right. You know what I'm saying? Texas A&M and the SEC is tough. Did Kentucky get beat yesterday?
I don't know.
Somebody got knocked out the other day. Two powerhouses got knocked out. Virginia was one of them. One time during the season, Virginia was number one.
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
And they gone. So why you froze?
Coach Bernard Brown, who do you think is a Cinderella and how far you think they will go?
To be honest, Jesus, I don't think there's really a Cinderella team out there. Because I told y'all last week, college basketball really is basically washed out now because all those boys going to the G League and overseas and getting paid. So that's why it's wide open. You remember one time when we used to play, we already know North Carolina gonna win it, Duke gonna win it, Michigan like that. These right now it's wide open. Houston playing some good ball, but I think it's gonna go down to some great coaching, and I think Kansas is gonna win it. I think Kansas is my sleep horse, and they don't even have a number one seed. It's gonna wind down right now with the way that the NCAA is watered down with these players. I think it's gonna come out to coaches and how deep your bench can go, and that's my personal feeling about everything right there. So if you're talking about the men's and with the women's, it's really no Cinderella. But one team I'm gonna tell y'all to look out for, Tennessee. Tennessee, the history of Tennessee, your girl Becky, she got Tennessee back on the map. And I like that because Pat Summer right now is smiling. Tennessee is coming back. LSU, Jules may not want to like what I'm about to say, but LSU is overrated and their players is overrated.
All right, we'll see.
Okay. All right. Interesting. So now we're gonna discuss, which you kind of spoiled it all along.
I'm sorry.
But the question, the topic we're going to deal with was Who do you see in the Final Four? Who do you see in the Final Four? We just who are your thoughts on the Final Four? In America, you probably heard him to go and spit out everybody. He done zoom to the topic. Go ahead, Coach Bernard Brown.
Alabama, Kansas, Baylor, and Purdue in the Final Four for the NCAA. And for the women's, it's going to be South Carolina, LSU, Notre Dame, and Tennessee. Okay. And it's going to be, those would be in the Final Four. But we, like I say, we already know who's going to win it all. But those teams are the Final Four right there. Because one thing about the women's basketball, they can't go nowhere but to college. They don't have no G League. They don't have overseas. So the best thing going right now for the NCAA is women's basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts? Who do you see going to the Final Four?
I would concur with Bernard on that lineup, but I don't think that Purdue's going to go that far because all they got is Zach. And I think once a team and a good coach understands what to do with him, they history after that. They history. He a bad boy. He just don't have that. He don't have that Shaq. You know, he got to get a little Shaq in him or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't got that. You know, he almost. I don't even want to say the word. They don't use that word no more. A doofus. You know, he don't have that rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't got that rhythm, but I think Purdue will probably be the one that out of that be upset.
Purdue? Okay.
Yeah, they're going to get upset.
Yeah. Hey,
all
I got a question for both of y'all, and I ain't mean to interrupt you, Jeets. I got a question for both of y'all. Do y'all think the G League is ruining the NCAA college basketball?
I don't think it's ruining it. I think it provides an avenue for other folks who are not necessarily college material. And I think that's when it comes into play. Because some folks, you know, college is not for everybody. And so I think the G League helps with regard to, and then it can play a role with regard to development, even with that person. You know, at least that's why I don't look at it, you know, in a negative way. I look at it that it's something to help. And again, give a person another avenue to go down to play in the NBA ultimately.
Okay. So let me say this. So if they didn't have the G League, right, and you would have to go to college, you think most of those guys in the G League will make it through college? For as academic, for as, you know, and the reason why I'm asking y'all, because we had a discussion last week in Atlanta about what I'm saying. And that's why I asked y'all that question. And in other words, they were saying the guys that won't make it in college, that's why they go to G League, because of the education that you have to have. And I had a debate, and you know how I get. I start cussing, and so that's the label that they saying. In other words, the black guys that not good in classroom go to the G League to avoid the classroom. What y'all think about that?
I would say that's because you got folks who go to the NBA who then got to go to the G League, and because again, so and that would say it's all about development. It's like whatever the best way, you know, for you know, to be developed as a player. And I will not go and say that folks who go to the G League cannot go to college. I'm saying that there are people who can go to college, and there are people who are in college that should not be in college who get degrees who are idiots. It's just that they have been passed along, and so they're able to get it. But here go people who, you know, who come from out of high school who got the abilities. I just think it's based on your circumstance. Do you have the people in your environment to help you with regards to, you know, being able to focus in college to be there? But I would say that I think anybody who goes and said that if somebody goes to the G League, they're not equipped for college. I said that's incorrect. I just think that, you know, it's just people. It's just that what's the best avenues? That's like you got like think about what's my best choice at this time, you know, and some of them go on, you know, like you look at some of them, they go on and have stellar careers in various areas outside of athletics, but they go and manifest that with regards to business and other things like that. So I wouldn't necessarily go and say that because again, but we know the G League also it's helping development, because even with regards to like the one and done, so yeah, I
You're
look
right.
at it.
Yeah. And what color the G League is? Go ahead, Drew.
But I just go back, but I also want to say
opinion
it's
of
conspiracy.
Jamal Torre is not necessarily an opinion of Ebony Sports Reporters. We don't call people idiots. Only politicians are idiots, not sports players. Okay, so but no, I don't think it hampers them one bit. I really don't. You go to the G League because that's where you feel like you don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
You made it through high school. I can see a player never went to high school and he came out the park and went. That's one thing. But they make those student athletes get through school because all you're taking is gym.
And whole economic.
and I just want to throw this out. And then economically, with some people, that's the thing. Some people are looking at this as being a way to help economically. So even if it's like, I might not be able to take care of my mother and my father, but I can take care of myself, and that lessens the financial burden on my family. So that's why I go and say, because you gotta like think about that.
Yeah.
With regards to, do I make this career? Some people go into the military. Yeah. They don't go to college, they go into the military, and because they're thinking like, listen, my mama and my daddy got 3 other children they got to be taken care of. At least if I get out of the house, then that's the less thing, and I might be able to send some things back. So I'm like, yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah. And you're right. It always, when it comes to us, it's always have a label. People always got a label. I guarantee you, it was a bunch of white boys in G League. None of this discussion wouldn't even come up. People got to take care of their family. If you good enough, and I'm gonna tell you right now, most of the boys in the G League, if the NBA changed rule that you can go straight from high school to the NBA, they'll be in the NBA. Everybody's situation is different. People, they looking. I ain't never seen, when you see these guys coming in, and it's real talk, y'all. When you see these guys and they make it, the first thing they say is my mama. Is my mama. Boys gonna take care of their mama. They're gonna say, thank you, mama, because mama gonna be there when nobody else ain't gonna be there. Believe me. And mama always get up and take us wherever we need to be. Not knocking the daddy, but mama child, hey, they're gonna take care of their mama.
And I want to put something else out there just to go along with what you're saying, Bernard. Now, check this out. In basketball, people might go and say that, but the same sport that is something similar happens with regards to baseball. That some people, they don't go to college, they go to a minor league. They may go play for the Asheville Tourists. They go play. They don't go to college. They go and play minor league baseball. Nobody says anything like that. So in my mind, has always been how I've always looked at it. I looked at the G League basically being in minor league to help with regards to development and other stuff like that. But if somebody says that to me, I'm like, wait a minute. So you're gonna try to say in basketball they're not equipped, but then in baseball they are equipped. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, that's all the same, and that you can't do it in football because football is so crushing on your body. Yeah. You can't have no minor league per se, because again, the impact that's on a person's body. Basketball and baseball, and even like with regards to hockey, you got it in hockey, but again, you don't have that impact of that speed that you're going at like in football. But all these other sports, they have developmental leagues for people, and that's why some of them don't go to college and then go play professionally. Some go from high school to the minor leagues, then go to a professional team.
Yeah. And overseas, you can be 12 years old and play in the pros. Overseas. Yeah. And get paid.
Right, exactly. So those are the things that we have to be thinking about. That, like I tell people always want to try to compartmentalize and make it seem it's just got to be this right here. I'm like, no, it's not. You got to think about situations that people are in and almost be case by case. And so, just to throw it out, a topic that is the Boston Bruins are move on.
Move on.
Move on.
Move on.
Move on all day.
Every day.
So we show love to the Boston Bruins who are now out. They're about to set it out. They're about to set it. They're on the pace. But again, we're moving on. And we move on to someone else. Winifred Fernandez, a stellar volleyball player. Winifred Fernandez. What's your thoughts on Winifred Fernandez, Coach Julius Hall?
I like her outfit. What? You know, volleyball is third, Jamal, or fourth, something like that. Golf, hockey, drag, car racing, and then volleyball. I'd rather watch paint dry.
You say porn. Yeah. You say porn.
See, Jamal is, hey, ain't me that.
You say porn.
Yeah.
I say paint dry.
No, but we had heard something else about to come out your mouth, but okay. Yeah.
Jamal, you following that up?
Yeah, you say porn. That's the number one sport in the world, porn.
When you go back and see, that's why we gotta have a delay. We gotta have that 15-second delay so we can go back and edit stuff. That's what we're gonna be doing. That our Black media. So Coach Bernard Brown says Coach Julius Hall has already given his thoughts and slipped out something. Almost that he had to try to put it back in as well. Winifred Fernandez. What's your thoughts on Winifred Fernandez?
Keep her away from Jewish. Hey, but on a serious note, man, volleyball, and y'all don't believe it or not, the number one sports in the world is soccer, and volleyball is right behind them, third. And the young lady, she doing her thing. Me personally, I can't see myself, and I've seen a lot of ball. I can't see myself sitting to watch a whole volleyball game.
I can't if I'm courtside.
You know what? Go ahead, Drew. You didn't get me stuck. Hey, put it this way. Very impressive outfits. So what you think about hey Jesus, what you think about her? What you think about
exactly.
her?
To America. I enjoy volleyball. I like volleyball. I like court volleyball. I like beach volleyball. I can sit down, I can watch volleyball and be entertained by the athleticism that I see with regards to volleyball. I am watching volleyball. Yes, I like the strikes and all of that. That's why I like to see that. Yes, I love volleyball.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh, Lord. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. America, again. We love volleyball. But Zach Edey, Player of the Year. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown? Zach Edey, Player of the Year.
Who that?
Zach Edey of Purdue. They're saying he will be the Player of the Year. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't see it, and I'm gonna give you a sample. Listen, I don't see it, and I don't know what's going on with these voters. And I'm telling you, most of those voters, and y'all always think I'm saying white, black, whatever, but most of those voters are white media. Prime example, is no way in hell that this dude from the Denver Nuggets gonna win 3 straight MVP. I just don't see it, y'all. I have a hard time believing this. You talking about a black league, and this white boy is the NBA, and he ain't won nothing yet? I'm going with Perkins. I'm going with Perkins say, because of all the white media vote and they look at he's patting his statistic. He patting it every game. He's patting it, and they go by statistic. They should be going by, do you elevate your players? How many championships have you won? Are you getting out the first or third round in the NBA? No. Same thing with the Purdue. I don't see it. That's my opinion. I don't see it none whatsoever. You know.
All right. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on Zach Edey being touted as basically being?
I told you Zach Edey don't have it. Good player because he's so tall. But when you talk about overall performance, you have to go with the young man Antonio Davis at Detroit Mercy. Mercy. I might have something wrong. I'm mispronouncing my words and everything. At Detroit Mercy. Leading scorer in the nation. Only 6'1".
Yeah.
So don't you know if he's able to do that every night?
Yeah.
If y'all saw any clips of this boy?
Yeah, that's a bad boy.
This boy is bad.
Yeah.
He gonna set the NBA on fire.
Yeah.
He got mad handles and can shoot. Yeah. That should be the NCAA Player of the Year right there.
Yeah.
Anton Davis. Anton Davis.
Yeah.
That's his name. Anton Davis. 6'1" guard out of Detroit Mercy.
Yeah.
And Miami is making moves. Will that help? Will that help them? And will Tua be able to carry the load? Will Miami's making moves? Will they be able to do something with the guards? And can Tua carry the load? Coach Julius Hall.
Yeah, I believe Miami is not Miami, and that's just my opinion, without Tua. Tua is a special player.
Yeah.
Now, maybe he needs to find out what is the problem so that he can get his helmet fixed, so he can get that cushion in there, because the simplest blows hurt him. So he has a soft head. You know, men don't last long with soft heads. So
the opinion of Coach Julius Hall is merely his opinion and his statement. That is not the statement of Ebony Sports Reporters, and we do not stand by and validate what just came out of his mouth. As I said, we need the 15-second delay so we can control some of this.
I'm talking about his head and his head is soft. This head right here. So when they're hitting every time, he getting a concussion. He done had 3 or 4 of them this year.
Yeah.
That's almost wanting them to put him out the league.
Yeah.
So he got to come and find something. Maybe that helmet that you invented, Jamal, that you still got stake in.
That's right.
Ankle helmet.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Make you a rich man of Tua wearing that.
That's right. That's right.
You need to get it down there and get it to him.
That's right.
Tua is special and he's athletic. He just need to get out of the pocket, and his vision need to be. They need a better. What they need to do is go get a Tom Brady line. That's what they need to do. Go get that man a line. They got a pretty good line. They just need 1 or 2 other players on it, and Tua will be all right. Miami gonna be all right. I like Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts? Will Tua be able to carry the load? Because Miami is making moves.
Yeah. And piggyback on what Jules said, I think Tua just needs some honey for their head. Okay, I'm sorry. Little honey. Hey, but one thing about it, Tua, I like what Miami doing. I think with him, once you start having a history of concussion, any little blow to your head, but I think they need to get a running game. If they had a running game in Miami, it kind of unloose him for always dropping back passes. And at the end of the day, y'all got to realize Tua's probably about 5'9", 5'11". He can't sit in the pocket because he can't throw no big linemen. That's why he's running out of the pocket so he can see and throw down and out or whatever. But I like the little young fella. I like he's a hell of a player. I like what Miami doing. Miami is really putting in. They spending their money. They're spending their money. They're just one couple players away to get to that Super Bowl. And I think they need a tight end. So when Tua roll to the left or right, they have that tight end 5 and across or 5 and out. But I think that's what they basically need. And protect him, and he'll be all right.
They need more than one player. They're in the wrong division. They're in the wrong conference.
Who in the
Kansas City coming out AFC. They're in the wrong conference.
No, I think it's Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia was away, too many turnovers away of beating Kansas City. Too many turnovers away of beating Kansas City.
But you gotta remember, it was that defense that caused it.
I don't think Kansas City got a good defense.
That's within the parameters of the game. All that count. You got to get turnovers to win games.
No, if that boy didn't throw that interception, if he didn't throw that interception at the wrong time, we'll be saying the Philadelphia Eagle is world champ. Trust me. That interception kind of hurt him. And then when they shot that boy up with all that drugs in his ankle and and everything, and all of a sudden he can run a 4.1 after halftime. Come on, man.
That's like saying that jersey that Jamal got on, that they gonna win something.
They ain't gonna win nothing with Trey. Man, they need to get rid of that boy.
I like Trey.
Trey is destroying the ladder hawk. Destroying Terry. Destroying him. He done got rid of 2 coaches, less than 2 great coaches. Man, Trey need to go somewhere and sit down. I mean, trust me. If Trey was black, they would have never let that happen enough.
I've been frozen the entire time.
If Trey was black, that would have never happened.
I've been frozen since the moment that Bernard talked about some honey. That's what I was frozen.
Hey.
No.
But honey is good.
But we're not. We're going to the honey of Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. Bernard Brown. Coach Bernard Brown.
Hey, if Aaron Rodgers go to the New York Jets, they going to the Super Bowl. They're just a quarterback away from what they got. They build within in. The New York Jets got. I'm proud of the management, the way they've been drafted. If Aaron Rodgers go to the New York Jets, they will be in the Super Bowl. And y'all remember I said that. Period. I don't really too care for Aaron Rodgers, but the boy, when he behind a good line, the boy can play. He still can play. So the New York Jets, I like what they're doing. I don't see him going back to Green Bay because it's too much bitterness in there, and the Jets is the prime spot for him to go.
Jamal, Terry, say hi.
How you doing, Terry? Glad to see you. Got family in the house. That's right, Terry Molly, our sister. So, Coach Julius Hall, I hope you be on your best behavior now since Terry is watching right now. Don't let Bernard Brown influence you. So, again, what's your thoughts with regards to Aaron Rodgers now going on? In negotiations, Packers and the Jets all in negotiation. Aaron has already kind of alluded and said he don't think the organization got his back no more, so that he got to move on.
Aaron, going to the Jets, Bernard, he would have the same problem as Miami has. Miami ain't gonna be able to get by. Who gonna get by Kansas City?
You gonna get past Kansas City.
Y'all got to wake up and come into reality. We got a dynasty down there. Probably 4 more Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah? Wait.
Wow. In a row.
In a row?
I say it here.
In a row.
Man.
Y'all gonna get tired. Y'all gonna probably get tired of watching NFL after a while. Kansas City gonna roll them all.
Nah.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. So now we go on to this matter right here. What is the future of John Morant? What's the future of John Morant? Coach Julius Hall, what's the future?
I think that he'll be all right. He did an interview today with Jalen Rose. Wasn't that Jalen Rose?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think he did. Yeah, with Jalen Rose, if I'm not mistaken. And he did something dumb, and he understands that it was dumb, and he knows that he is accountable for that. And I think his future is bright because let me tell you something. In 2 years, he'll be the number 1 player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
In the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the NBA. Just like LeBron is the number 1 player in the world, Michael Jordan was the number 1 player in the world, Kobe was the number 1 player in the world. Ja Morant will be the number 1 player in the world in 2 years. The boy is just outstanding. He just got to get his head on right, and you need people around him to tell him no.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right. And we have 11 minutes left, and we're going to go through some of the others topics that we have. Ocho Cinco said that he had purchased fake jewelry and lived in the stadium, and that helped him to save his money. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown, that Chad Ochocinco took that type of perspective? Because what I throw this out there, he also owns franchises right now and doing quite well. But he was like, he used his money. He stayed in the stadium. They had everything, and also bought fake jewelry.
Yeah, I think one thing about him, Hollywood. He's like Van Hollywood. You know, don't get me wrong. He's a smart guy, and he just love attention, and I like what he's doing. You know, since his career is over with, and it's a lot of us done bought fake jewelry, and I don't know what that got to do with his money, but it's a lot of them running around. They got fake jewelry and renting it. When they get through, they go back to the jewelry store and they put it down. You know, it's a lot. They rent fake jewelry, they rent cars, they rent houses, and that's just the black way.
All right. Because you saw what he was indicating, that he was able to save his money, unlike other athletes when they go and splurge all of that. And so that's why he said that he liked McDonald's, so he bought McDonald's franchises. And so he's used that. And so then that way, financially, he's set, and also has the podcast that he does. So what's your thoughts with regards to the mentality and the thoughts of Chad Ochocinco saying, hey, I'm not spending all my wealth on this right here, or then the falseness of some of it?
I think that Chad Ochocinco should teach the classes to the new NFL rookies when they come in. Because it ain't all about buying the houses. It's about buying the complexes. It ain't about buying the cars. It's about owning the dealership. You know? And that's what they got to get in their heads, is that that's what they need to do. These kids need, just like John Morant, he needed Allen Iverson. Lord, I'm getting my words backwards and everything.
Yeah.
To come and sit down and talk with him. He did. That's what he needed. He needed somebody like that to come and talk to him, because see, this boy's speeding at Georgia. Why the hell are you racing in a car? Speed. What the hell? What was he thinking? You know, people died in that.
Yeah.
You know, and you speeding, and when you fit to be the number 1 draft choice, you should not even hang with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
The street should be foreign to you.
Mm-hmm.
They need discipline and guidance. They need discipline and guidance.
Yeah. And you know what, on that, you're right. On that too, I think John needs the same thing that they did with Dennis Rodman. They always had a person with him everywhere he go. They did it with Charles Barkley everywhere he go. I think John, and we talked about, I think John need to have somebody everywhere he go to make decisions for him. And people don't really, I think the Memphis need to hire somebody to be with that young man for a good little while, for a minute. Yeah. And that's what the organization did with Rodman, and that's what they did with Charles. They hired their personal, because the investigation, one thing about the NBA, y'all, if they say something, it's true. When they investigate you, like Carmelo Anthony said, when he was in the NBA, they already know what his friend's name, his mama name, what they was doing, and everything. So I think that's what they should do with these young kids, is have a mentor with them to protect them.
All right. We got 7 more minutes. So we're going to jump on down this Chocolate Thunder. What's your thoughts on Chocolate Thunder? Daryl Dawkins, Bernard Brown. Remember, we got 7 minutes.
One question. That was a bad boy. He was before his time. He was the second player to come out of high school behind Moses Malone. This boy was thunder. This boy was a man's child. And ain't nobody could, he was the Shaq before Shaq was Shaq. And y'all know that. This boy was a bad boy. And I liked it, Daryl. His name is Donk. He was a man child out of Miami. When he was there, I know he came out of Florida, Miami. He was the second high school player ever behind Moses Malone to play in the NBA. Bad boy. All
right. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on Chocolate Thunder? Daryl Dawkins.
Daryl Dawkins was the man. He shattered all the glasses. But listen, Sean Kemp did some of the same stuff, but Sean Kemp was in the shootout last week. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah. Sean Kemp got 40 kids.
Sean Kemp, I won't take the sun, but Sean Kemp, somebody stole his phone. He tracked it down because they had a locator on it. He got there and able to do that shootout. He tried to get his phone back. But Daryl Dawkins was the man. Chocolate Thunder was the name that really fits him, because he tore it down and he brought the thunder.
Yeah.
All right. And so we'll do it again. USA Baseball and the World Baseball Champion Classic. What's your thoughts on that? Move on.
Move on to Lamar Jackson.
Move on.
Yeah, we go. Lamar Jackson. What's your thoughts with regard to what's happening to Lamar Jackson? And is there collusion going on with regards to Lamar? Is it collusion going on with regards to that? Coach Julius Hall, Lamar Jackson, collusion.
It's definitely something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely something going on. They don't like to pay quarterbacks anyway. They don't like to pay people in Baltimore. So there's something going on. And somebody smart need to just step on in, tell Lamar, we'll take you over here and get this here done. But it's definitely some collusion going on.
Yeah.
All right. Coach Bernard Brown.
No, the only collusion going on is they got that black woman sitting across the table with these white men negotiating her son contract. That's what's going on. Get that man his money. And at the end of the day, I wouldn't even, Lamar Jackson, if they franchise tag him, this your last year in Baltimore. They ain't going no way. So move on to the Falcons. Not the Falcons. The Falcons. Go somewhere where you want it. And that's it. Ain't nobody in NFL history a black agent representing their son to these white boys. And that's what's going on, y'all.
All right. And so now, Moochie, and Scoot. Moochie, Scoot Henderson's. Mm-hmm. And they say the pathways are different for both of them. Moochie is the daughter. Scoot is the son, their brother and sister. Scoot will be possibly, if not Victor, then Scoot will be number one. But then people looking at Victor. But then Moochie, her role is going to be totally different. What's your thoughts with regards to that? She has talent. Bernard Brown, Coach Bernard Brown.
Yep. I'm glad you asked me that. Those my babies. We raised them. I remember she was 6 months old and was bouncing the basketball when we was coaching at prime time. Scoot was 6 years old, prime time. They must see TV. They're the youngest out of 7 kids. And Chris Henderson and Christy Henderson, they from New York, and they know how to coach. And this boy is bad. He's gonna be the number 1 draft pick in the NBA. He's the youngest player ever to play in the NBA, which is in the G League. I'm gonna give you a little history. He left high school his junior year. He was playing the G League his senior year. He signed a $7 million contract with Pumas. They already got money. Moochie, I seen this girl drop 63 points in the AAU. 63 points. This girl, and I told him when Moochie was 6 months, I said, that's gonna be the best kid in high school when she get there. And she's the youngest out of 7. Let me tell y'all something, George and Jesus. Must see TV, both of them. I'm proud of them. I get emotional and crying because I know where they come from. It was 7 of them staying in a 2-bedroom house, and their daddy used to drive cabs. Their daddy had a cab, and he was going around picking up every players for them in a cab. And me and him doing a tournament this weekend at Swanee. Man, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the whole family. I thank them for giving what my daughter and other people's daughter fame. These some great individual. And the mama, daddy, Chris and Christy, hey, I love y'all. Y'all did a great job.
All right, Coach Julius Hall.
And I agree with most of what Bernard just said, because I saw the video on the family, and those kids play ball, and they are just groomed like that. Now, the only thing I said, most of what Bernard said, because I don't know if she was dribbling no ball at 6 months.
Drew, trust me, she had a ball in her hand. I'm telling you, Drew, when we was practicing, he had her in there, and she had 2 balls in her back, whatever. I'm telling you, in both hands. And I told him, I said, this kid here, right here, gonna be the best kid out of all your kids. And now look at her now. This girl dropped 63. She dropped 63. She dropped 63 on Saturday and dropped 55 on Sunday. And when she played, I left. And I said, Chris, what she dropped? She finished with 55. That's how you do, Chris. She finished with 30. Cal High School. She got all records at Cal High School. She owned all of them, and every last one of them went to Cal. Okay. And I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna tell you a story on this one. So we went to Panama City. I know, we went to Panama City, right? This is how competitive Chris is. We went to Panama City. And we were playing AAU. And my team, I was coaching the older team. He was coaching the younger team. So my older team won the first place. His younger team, they lost. And they got second place trophy. And when he was walking out the door, he told all the girls to take that trophy and drop it in that trash can, because I ain't no second place player. And walked out. And no girls was crying. He said, drop it in the trash can. We don't need to take that back to Georgia. This dude, man, if I had another child, I would give it to him, period. He taught me how to be a coach. He taught me how to put killer instinct into slow down basketball. And when he taught me that, I came and beat all of them. Period. They're from New York City, out of the hood. 7 kids in a 2-bedroom with 1 bathroom. That's a lot of kids, man.
And that will be the last topic, but I'll share this with you all, to the viewing public, to the audience looking at Ebony Sports Reporters. You all have been on the show. Some of y'all have been with us from the entire time. And you all just heard some information from Coach Bernard Brown. It was a bit far-fetched. It was, I would dare say, some lies, because y'all all know
Panama City is the place where he got banned from and got kicked out of. You know he can't go to Panama City. You heard him talk about this on the show. I'm just
before then,
saying.
Jamal, it was 40. It was before then. I went to Panama City with them prime time. It was before that happened. After that happened, 2 years after that, I got kicked out of Panama City. I just told them, and I had to tell my sick wife that she had to come out there, and the police were waiting outside to run us back to Georgia. It's before then, Jamal.
He thought that I'd be forgetting stuff.
It's before then. Prime time was like way then. It was before then. You know, prime time been a long time before then, and I got kicked out after that. 2 years after that.
He's banned from Panama City, y'all.
Hey, but I want to say this to you, Jamal, on a serious note. You are one of the most funny, nice guy, hardworking, give your heart and soul to Savannah, Georgia, every way, man. And yeah, we have our ups and downs, but we love each other. That's all it was about. And man, you keep being Jamal. Don't let nobody in this damn city, from Van to anybody, make you feel less than a man. You keep doing what you're doing, bro, and I love you.
Appreciate it. Same here. And this has been Ebony Sports Reporters. Coach Bernard Brown, Coach Julius Hall. We had Coach Sean Williams on. We say check it out. Again, Ebony Sports Reporters live at Savannah Hurricanes, Beach High School, 3 p.m. Contact Coach Julius Hall or contact Our Black Media to get the tickets. The tickets are there because we want to show up and show out for Savannah Hurricanes 15-1. If you're in the Brunswick area, we say check out Coastal Outreach Soccer at Howard Coffin from 1:30 to 3. So again, Ebony Sports Reporters, Coach Julius Hall, Coach Bernard Brown.
It's Saturday. It'll be raining on Saturday. You can't go out and do nothing. Come on inside Beach High School and do what we do and support this basketball team. Come on inside Beach High School, 3 o'clock Saturday, to support our basketball professional team that we have here in this city.
Yeah. I don't know, Jude. You say it's raining. They can watch those porn movies, isn't it?
Good night. Good night, everybody. We got to play the old closing outro.
That's why he's banned.